Hi everyone, welcome back to Ancient Warfare with me, Sid, and if I sound a bit tired, it's just because I've just returned from returning my son home, so I've just come back from a 7-hour drive, and yeah, it's fun. Now this idiot is deciding that fishing is so much more easier while swimming, go figure, and it was suggested, I don't know, I forget who suggested it, but I had thought of this one anyway. Hoppers underneath the actual machine, so underneath the old fish farm. This guy is fishing like a boss. So I've done that around the place. I've done a fair bit of other work around the place as well. Just while I've had a jack up really, and yeah. So let me just show you a few bits and pieces. So this area is complete now. This area I need to do some work inside the forge, but it's doing its job. Cooking stuff as it comes. There's nothing left in there, and I'm not sure even what's left in the hoppers. A bit of gold and a bit of iron. So this has got a hopper in it. Oh, you need to get that in. The leather and Ygamoshotel's Vita is staying in the machine, but the beef is going into this barrel. Just pick up that experience. Same here. There's Pigu flesh going in there, and we'll have that experience while we're at it. And finally over here, the eggs are going here. These are the clogging items of the chickens, and obviously the feathers and chicken is going in there. So what else have we been up to? Well, I have around basically everything from along this side of the path now is complete. I've got it illuminated discreetly. It is, you know, bushed up where we want bushes and stuff going on. As you can see, I've bushed up over here. I've got a couple more farms added in as well. If I just drop down here. So I put another farm. This is a cactus or reed farm, so I've got it planting reeds and obviously harvesting those. This thing here, you lay your reeds out how you want them, whichever pattern you like, and then you can set the bounds where you want it to harvest and not harvest. I haven't bothered because obviously you can't harvest in the water. The reed farm itself can do, let me get this right, reeds, cacti and cocoa beans should we want to. And then this one, I wanted to try as a flax farm. It plants them, it don't harvest them, but it's not a problem because when they're done, I can just go and break them and it picks everything up. And then obviously we've got, you know, potato farms doing the work. I haven't hoppered these. Carrot farm as well. I've got this all illuminated around on this side now, and the wheat farm obviously is doing its job. So all good. We've got a nice little path running down, and again it's all pretty fired up. And on this side I've done a row of poplar trees, and I'll probably repeat that running down this side in the long run. The quarry has also finished, so I have been and collected all the goodies from that, and I now have enough diamonds to do some worthwhile work with. So I think my plan for today is, I don't know why have I got all those nuggets. Oh yeah, they're from the villagers, aren't they? My plan for today is going to be getting another NPC running in the area. Not quite, not yet. And up on this little bit section of land here, I'm going to do the village church, and we're going to get a priest in. Now, the priest will run around, and then I can basically bushify this area, and we'll have another section complete. Still need to do the roof on those battlements. That's something that has not happened. Oh, Captain Haddock there swimming. So I'm thinking a little chapel stroke church here. For the priest will go around and heal your NPCs. So once we get some soldiers and stuff going, he's your guy to do the healing, and more importantly the resurrecting. He will resurrect any dead NPCs you have. So I think that's what we're going to try for today. I may put some more. Now I've got a whole lot more metal. I may get some more into the warehouse as well. and this, I think that's not this one, the interface, I think. Yeah, that needs to go up on the top for couriers when we get those in. So let us have a think how I want to do this. Yes, good question. Right, I have an idea. So I'm going to grab a few materials together, just check my inventory. No, it's pretty good, and okay, so I've got a selection of materials. I've levelled the area, so I've got myself some spruce, bit of diorite, andesite, some marble, holy stone, that's pretty straightforward. It's just smooth stone around feathers. Feathers I've got plenty of, and stone, it's just a matter of cooking it up. So what I am thinking is, if my wall kind of goes here, maybe down there, maybe like that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide would seem to be a fairly good size. It doesn't have to be huge, because obviously it's not a massive settlement, but I do want a reasonably nice area. And we're going to whack out a space here. I think I'm going to have a vestibule coming off the side somehow. I'm not entirely sure how yet, and it's going to be a towered church modelled loosely on the current village church, but not obviously identical. Possibly, and I always get this the wrong way around, I think it's a Saxon tower is the square top one rather than a pointy top tower. If I'm wrong there, I apologise to any Saxons I may have offended. No, oh, actually no, let's not. Let's have a look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's take the middle out like that, and yeah, the holy stone, I just think it'll look good as a central piece. Let me grab a bit of cobble. So we're coming down here, and I want about 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe raised up. Maybe not quite that much. So I'm kind of doing this differently. Normally, and oops, he says as the sun goes down, normally when you build something, and certainly when I build something, I will plan and base my design on a wall and then do the interior. And this time I'm trying a little bit different and going with the floor. What, are you hungry? Are you hungry? Come on then. There's plenty of food. Seriously, oh my god, he's gone through a stack of bread already, and that's not the stack of bread, the only stack of bread I've done. Told you, the guy can eat for England. If it was an Olympic event, Farmer Giles would be our representative. So yeah, I'm trying to do the kind of a feel for the floor plan, and then we're going to put the walls around it somewhat, which, as I say, is a bit of a departure from my normal build preference, but yeah, mix it up a little bit. No one likes everything I do. Oh, I need more holy stone. Typical. I've got a little bit left, which I can get sorted. That's not a. So this will be a raised platform, and this will be a different texture through the middle. Just love that little tinkle tinkle sound it makes when you, well, it's not doing it when you walk on it anymore, so maybe that's disabled. Maybe people got fed up with tinkling everywhere when they walked, if you'll pardon the expression. Let's just grab, I certainly don't need more than a stack now of holy stone. Maybe, I don't know. But as I say, feathers, not a problem. But we'll get a stack of. Try again. Alright. Get a stack of that going again, and we'll just dump the feathers away. And right, so for the middle, I think we will go with fancy holy stone. Why not? After all, it is fancy. And yeah, this is me just trying to vary them, even though it's the same material. We can vary its so we get these ones, which are, I think these are quite a nice pedestal like affair going up there. Now we'll need some carpenter's stairs to go up onto that, but that kind of gives us a feel for what we want there. And then I'm thinking, if we continue, well, if the wall goes down here, there's a door, and we kind of come out this way, maybe that way, like that. And I'll probably continue the Holy Stone theme through into there, even though this would be not a, I don't know, a holy area. But this should be a big enough area for a vestibule. And we'll just whack a torch down for lighting to start off with. Right, what next? Well, I've got a choice. We've got, if I just grab here, we can chisel marble, and we've got a whole load of choices of marble, but I think marble on its own would be way too much. Now we can chisel andesite, and andesite gives us an interesting smooth brick texture, and obviously we can chisel cobble, and that gives us a very rough and ready texture. And again, this is probably, to my mind, too white for the thing. So I was thinking, let's go and grab some smooth stone, seeing as we just made a load that we don't need for anything in particular. We'll grab what was in there for starters. Bong, bong. And we should have some, let's have a look. I just chucked a load in there, didn't I? Yeah, so that gives us that. And then again, with the smooth stone, we get a completely different range of textures again. So obviously we got the normal stone brick, but we can bring in things like the wide stone brick, or disordered stone brick, or disordered stone panels. Stone bricks in a fancy arrangement. I actually do. Let's go and have a look at that one. That's kind of catching my eye. I don't know why. It just is. Sometimes you can't answer why you find something, and now it's not once it's placed down. It's funny how you can look at a brick on your palette and it kind of goes, yeah, I like that, and then when you place it in the world, you actually no, I don't think so. So I'm going to try. I think these wide stone bricks might be interesting choice, and maybe mix it up here with. Let's have a look. So if we come down all the way around, I'm not going to build all of this on camera because obviously it's going to take a while. I'm just trying to take an opportunity to give off a bit of my thought process, if you like. Now, do we want an exit out of here? I think we do, actually. Like that. So we've got a side entrance. We need to stab a few torches down just to make sure we don't get any spawns in the night. So, what can we do for the doorway? Well, we've got andesite pillars might work, because it's the same kind of palette. It's I'm going to need to cook some more stone, of course. 2 and 3, and then maybe, oops, maybe if we just, no, I don't want, oh, don't they? They obviously don't rotate, unlike normal pillars. It's not a problem. We'll take you out, like so, and we'll chisel that back to maybe that, actually. again, just stab a torch down. Yeah, that works. Oh god, I've got unlit areas popping up everywhere. And then we need to chisel up this other pile of smooth stone. I need to get a whole load of this cooking. So what were we doing? Wide bricks, weren't we? So I think, ooh, maybe if we bring it around like so. Maybe not there. So I want it to be a little bit taller. So I think 3 high windows. And then here, if I go 3 wide, that's going to be, I think that's going to be too much. But it makes it very difficult to do. Difficult decision. Well, put one there, that gives me a route up. Obviously it's getting, oh no, it's not getting dark. It's just me losing my mind. Easily done. I think 2 wide, even though it's 3 high. Yeah, that works. And then we need something to go above that. Now, how do these andesite blocks look blending in there? It's not bad. Not bad at all. So I'm going to need to cook a whole load more of this guy. I'm going to need to do something else up there. Punk, da 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 da. But it's not a bad size build. I mean, the palette is sufficiently different to stand out, and obviously we can go there. Now if I go 2 and then 2, 2 and then 2, and then we're back here, we can go with a 3, and then you got 2 there, then you got a 2, and then bang, and then obviously be no windows in this section. Do I want to? I think I'll continue with that though, as being the accent block for there. So then we're going to go 3. Have I got any more of those? I've got a little bit left. 3, 4, 4, accent, and then we can just run down. Oh, no, we can't. We can fail to run down. Right, so I need to cook up probably about another 7 or 8 stacks of smooth stone. I need to also get back up there, don't I, and just do a little bit of illuminating, just to keep this place safe while we're building. Not for me so much, but for the villagers themselves. If I just pop you there, that'll get me up, won't it? Yes. Yeah. Let's just step back a little bit. I'm very tempted, actually. I am very, very, very tempted. In fact, I am going to. Sorry. Slight change of plan. It doesn't really matter about that bit of holy stone. Yeah. Tempted to bring that back, so it gives a bit of depth there. Right, I'm going to whack some cobble into the auto smelter. I'll check the fuel as well, and I'll be back once I've got a whole load more building resources. So, okay, I've done a fair bit of work. So I've kind of kept this theme going on there. I'm not sure where else I did that actually. I've kind of kept this kind of theme going on the gable ends here, so it's kind of a semi-Viking-y end there. Purple stained glass windows cost me and purple, and say no more. I'm just in the process. This tower needs a bit of sprucing up. This is the vestibule, and I brought the roof, which wasn't my original intention, but then I kind of thought, well, that actually looks quite interesting, so I brought the roof all the way down to the ground, which I thought, you know, it was different. I've not kind of done that before. Now internally I want to get a floor in at, let's have a look. I want you to go kind of, this is going to be an odd floor, because I don't want it to be totally flat, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. So what I want to do is bring the floor up at this point and then down, so the actual inner floor area is kind of arched in on itself as well. And I can't give you a good reason why I want that. It just, I think it would look interesting, different, shall we say. You know, people will point out that different isn't always good, and I'd agree. You know, sometimes different is bad. Sometimes people do not like change, and the change that is along is not a good thing. But sometimes you have to just play a little bit with the options that you've got and just see what exactly you can do, just to stray away from the same old that we get in every other build. And I think this could be interesting. Now I need to take out that dividing wall. I don't know how we're going to give access to the oh, we'll work that out in a bit. Get up there. There we go. Get there eventually. So I've got that to do. I need to, I'm going to, I'm just going to pillar up actually, dirt pole. Hup. And, oh yeah, that's right. So this wall comes totally out, and this is the old tower here. I just need to double check my lighting, because I don't want to come up here and find a creeper has moved in and is waiting for me. So we got that to do. The other thoughts I got is these corners are a little bit bland. So what I got to thinking was this. Look, not you. You. That's the top corner. So if I take those out, grab some carpenter's barrier. Tip with carpenter's barrier. If we can, that's fence. Alright, you're probably sat there going, that's fence. Yeah, that was fence. That's carpenter's barrier. Get the shape you want for starters, and also, no, that's not what we want. I want there to take off so I want a thick barrier, and then place the rest. Now you will need, get the right click, you will need to remove the connections there, and then if I take my chisel and this marble, let's give that one a try, just to give a bit of 3-dimension and a bit of a colour counterpoint. And you don't have to go mad. You can see I'm just taking a little bit out of this corner. Carpenter's barrier, get the right one. Hammer. Fatty and that. And then bonk, bonk. And then the same again. Take your old chiseled marble. And it just takes out from the bland colour. I'm not really sure about this marble though. Let me just have another look. I don't really want that going on. Maybe try that. Let's just give you a quick hit, take those 3 out. If that works, then it's simple. I mean, that's the real nice thing with carpenter's blocks, is that works better. I like that more. It's a counterpoint without being too in your face, whereas I think the gold was a little bit too much. And then round here I'm going to do exactly the same in this corner. 2, 3, and exactly the same in this corner. And then I'm going to do the same up on the towers, I think, just to, I don't really need you, just to mix that up again just a little bit. Right, where are you? So we'll fill you in with that, and the same here. And then like that. And oh, I can't get out that way. I've locked myself, trapped myself in. But it does, it kind of sets the building out, gives a difference in the corners there. Now I do need to use some more, I need to make some more of these. I think these are going to go probably in here, like that. And then, that's interesting. What do I do there? I don't know. But we need to do something with the top of this tower as well. So I'm going to continue on looking at things, and I'll be back. Alright. I think I'm about done. Well, I'm not done. I need to bring the path up and also furnish. But the basic superstructure is done. This is obviously the area that the priest will live in. The path, I'm probably going to bring this path over actually for that one, and then we'll have a little path up there for that. Let's have a look what we've done. So I've got a netherrack beacon running up there. I've got a glowstone in the middle here, and then I've done this kind of golden eye motif, and then the pillars around the side, which, yeah, I think it looks okay. I'm not dissatisfied with it, put it that way. And it's an area, so we've got, you know, it fills another area of the town up with a space for the NPC. And the NPC in question, as we know, is the good old-fashioned priest. So let me check what we've got. Let me go into a book. I need a book, so give me a book. I need a food packet, which I should be able to do. It's 2 steaks, a chicken, pork chop, an apple, and I think it's a bottle of water. It is, which I've got one there. So we should, oh, I need to make that in this thing. I think it was water, apple, 2 steaks, pork chop, chicken. It was good. Just need a couple of pieces of gold. Of course, this is going to be another mouth to feed. But as you can see, we are not short of food, so and that's the food packet and a book. That will give us a priest. So let us go and give him a home. And then, should any of my idiot NPCs, and I do use the word most thoughtfully, manage to die, this is your home. Off you go, priest. Oh, he's hungry. He's off. He needs a name though. What shall we call him? Can't call him. What shall we call you? Father Ted. I was thinking Father O'Reilly, but that kind of might go a little bit there. I think so. It's Father Ted. I'm tempted to spawn another one called Dougal. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Now, as I say, this guy will as long as the NPCs. Where's he gone? Oh, he's off now. As long as the NPCs die within range of a town hall. Oh, he's going home. Glitching. Oh, glitching. There you go. Let me shut you in there. Let me shut you in there, Ted. Sorry, it was one of my favourite comedies of the... it was just such a shame that... I can't remember the name of the actor now. But it's just a shame his dad, he was a genius. Anyways, I think at that note, apart from a little bit of grassing and vining and bone mealing and getting the lighting area sorted nicely, I think that is our church largely done. Oh, in the interior, of course, but I'm terrible at doing interior decorating. I'm not bad at interior decorating, I'm bad at motivating myself to interior decorate and empty chests. So I think next episode we are definitely going to have to get a courier running. Now, it's also suggested that Captain Haddock, instead of living in a hole in the wall, should live in a boat. And I love building boats. The only problem I have with building boats is when I build a boat, I seriously build a boat. So yeah, I am probably going to do that. There's enough space here to get a reasonable sized, I'm trying to think, caravel or something along those lines, 2 or 3 master, just probably will jut out a fair way, but it would probably look pretty good down here. So I'm definitely going to do with that. Thanks to Joe for that suggestion. But for the time being, we have our church, we have our priest, old Father Ted there. Come heal me, priest. Oh, that's a medic. We have our priest. We are pretty good, I think. We're sitting sweet here. We've got, as I say, the thing. I've got to get this roof done. That must happen sooner rather than later. And as I say, we just need to... I will use the word spruce, even though we're not going to be using spruce, this area up, and hopefully we can come up with something that looks quite special in this area, and then we can move on and start to play with the combat NPCs. The other thing I would like to do is to get maybe a temporary library set up and to get the diamond armor going and enchanting it, because I've got 44 levels at the moment, so that's enough to get a full 30 level enchant on something. And should I die, that is a hell of a lot of levels to lose. So yeah, and of course I know me, so am I going to make it? Yes. It would probably be a good idea to get that used. I was going to say backed up, but it's not a backup, is it? It's actually using the levels. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Any suggestions, comments, thoughts, ideas, please do leave them, because they're always gratefully received, and I do read them all and try to reply to everyone, unless of course it's a first, in which case there's really not much you can say to that. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.